founder of DLA Night. Today, I'm really honored to have Dean and Sarah-Jayne Gratton. Now, they don't know this, but they were doing social media when I was like in short trousers. And they were people on social media who I looked up to and I always wanted to emulate. So the fact that I've got them on today is very special for me.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Thank you.
We're going to be talking about, by the way, we're going to be talking about their great book, Playing God with Artificial Intelligence, which I've read and I really loved it. The reason why I loved it is that there's lots of books about artificial intelligence, and people who watch this know that I've read a lot of books. The thing that you've done is two things. One is that this isn't artificial intelligence, period. It's artificial intelligence, and you've applied it to industry. So for leaders out there that are, you can read books on artificial intelligence, but what does it really mean for me? If I'm in life sciences, what does it mean? You point it out in here. The second thing is that you've used all of your knowledge that you've been in tech for a number of years, and what you've done is you've applied it in here. So it's not a theoretical book; it's a practical book, which I think is what people want. Well, it's certainly what I wanted. And you also then look into the future, because you guys are, as I know, you're not experts, but you're technologists. And you've applied all of your knowledge and you've looked into the future with it. And for me, I really got a lot out of this. So thank you for it. And I've had a really good read. And I'm really honored to have you on today. So
wonderful.
Where can people find you?
Well, I'll start, if you don't mind. Ladies first, as my husband always says, occasionally.
I could be a lady.
Yeah, wonderful. So you can find me on LinkedIn. Just type in my name, Sarah-Jayne Gratton. On X, I'm at Gratton Girl, and you can also find me on my own blog, which is grattongirl.com.
And you can find me, you can find me on LinkedIn also as Dean Anthony Gratton. Also deangratton.com, my blog there, and
your Gratton boy.
Sorry?
Your Gratton boy.
And on Twitter, Gratton boy, yeah. Oh, sorry, X. Dirty X. What a load of rubbish.
We won't go into that because it'll take up the whole 20 minutes.
So this has got 500 pages. It's a real tour de force in terms of a book. It's this is not a pamphlet.
No, it's
and I know that it's taken you 3 years to do this.
Yes,
what was the inspiration behind it?
Well, the inspiration for me and for Dean, although Dean can expand on it more, was really to set the record straight in terms of where we are with AI, or as actually I like to call it today, where we are today, assisted technology. It isn't intelligent. It is clever programming and smart technology, as we say in the book. It is evolving. We wanted to really smash all the hype, say this is where we are, this is where we could be, but it's also, as you know, Tim, it's a cautionary tale. Be careful what you wish for. And we need to have some very strong ethical barriers and foundations in place to create a sapient computational intelligence, as I call it, which is a long way away now.
A very long way away. Yeah. Sarah summed it up quite nicely. I mean, we want to explain what AI is, isn't, and what it might achieve, and the whole industry is wrapped up in this hype cycle of artificial intelligence, and we just need to put the brakes on, slow down, and really actually think about what we're doing. And as Sarah said, it's just software. It's clever software and smart technology. That's artificial intelligence. It's nothing more.
Yeah.
And the thing is that so this book is aimed at business leaders. It's
everyone.
Anyone
who's interested in the subject.
What is it? So as a if I'm an entrepreneur or if I'm in a working for a company, what would you want me to learn from this?
Well, I think it's we like the book very much to be a point of discussion, to be a point of thought. what can technology do for me? If you're in business, for example, you know, are there routes to evolving my business through assistive technology? If so, we're hoping to explain how that might happen, how people can embrace it. You know, as I said, squashing all the hype. In healthcare and Agritech, for example, which were two very important chapters for me, you know, and I talk about artificial neural networks, which are making a huge difference to diagnostics worldwide. So there are applications. So I suppose for me, I wanted the book to explain that it isn't something for other people, that you can embrace it and adopt it in your field, if that makes sense. There's something that what everybody calls artificial intelligence, assistive technology, can do for you. So that was kind of my perspective.
And for me, it's you mentioned about the industry, and we talk a lot about the industry and how artificial intelligence, or as Sarah said, assistive technology, has been applied to solve problems. And for me, it's about how you wish to solve a problem. What is the problem you're trying to solve? And to look at whether or not artificial intelligence or assistive technology is applicable to your solution for that problem. And it's just a step back, take a step back, have a look at what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to solve, and whether it's applicable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know, if you go onto LinkedIn and look at artificial intelligence, most of it is look at the picture that I've created, or look at the piece of content that I've created that when you read it, it's shit. So that's kind of what the perception is. But what you've done is that you've pulled together, as you said, the Agritech technology and the life sciences. And you put out a post on LinkedIn the other day about doing surgery and using AI.
Yes, absolutely.
And the difference with this book and with your knowledge for me was this application of, I've got this AI. What does it mean?
Yes.
Well, actually, this is you know, you've done a lot of work with Internet of Things, with manufacturing. This is how I apply it, and that's very different from the other books that I've read.
Yes, we have taken a very different approach, and I hope, you know, people. We have an 80-year-old lady who lives near us. She loves the book.
Yeah, we keep her. We have this 80-year-old lady. We keep her in the boot of the car. Yeah.
No, it's
not a possession to her.
No, that sounded so bad.
How many 80-year-old ladies
we have? This 80-year-old lady. You must read the book.
Hello.
But we didn't write it to be. We didn't want it to be overly technical and go over. We wanted people to pick it up and be able to read it and actually enjoy reading it.
Yeah.
Rather than being
I dare say, right, you touch upon the IoT and the industrial IoT. For me, it's. I do believe that artificial intelligence does not exist without good quality data.
Yeah.
And a part of that process is having, say, sensors. I mean, for me, this is another discussion, another debate about IoT, because IoT is a concept, just like artificial intelligence is a concept. They're not technology, it's a concept. What if we could do this? It's a what if. And with data captured from, say, manufacturing or this, then we can apply smart programming or clever programming to the data that's captured, to understand what's going on, how to resolve problems, how to fix problems in advance, how to alert technicians or engineers about what's going on with their ecosystem and infrastructure.
Yeah.
That's key. That, for me, that's important.
Well, ultimately, data is the lifeblood of assistive technology, and it will continue to be the lifeblood of artificial intelligence as it evolves.
Mm-hmm. And I think, and for me, that was the thing that really resonated, which was the as a business leader, what I want is that. I want someone to place AI in the context of my business, not this pretty picture that I can get from some app that seems to come out this week and everybody's printing about. That's my view.
Yeah.
I think generative AI, I think that's what you're alluding to, is the ChatGPT and the Midjourney, because we've used Midjourney in our book to create some of the images, and I that is a very real application. Is it AI? I say yes, borderline, because ChatGPT will, when you have a process of learning, when you have an algorithm that's capable of learning from previous experiences and current experiences, that is AI. And for me, I mean, what do I say? It's that with data, if you understand, if you know the past, understand the present, can you predict the future? And that is very much it with data, and with generative AI and ChatGPT and Midjourney and other little. And what was the other one? Google Genesis.
They're useful tools, and they do learn your style, and they you know,
correct.
they language processing is exactly. So but hopefully we'll come. Hopefully,
Yeah, you're back
very quickly.
What part did he
You're back.
Okay.
You're back. Oh,
A quick drop, but we're here. We're back.
You're back.
We're back.
Yeah, sorry. What, I don't know what part of that you got.
We got it all.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, perfect.
Fantastic.
You'd pretty much finished. It was funny because you both were like that when it finished. So one of the things that you right at the beginning, so we have this beautiful narrative in terms of the AI and the industry and then the future. You also have this thread that runs all the way through the book, which is about Javier.
Yeah, Xavier.
And this story that you
actually pronounced Xavier, Tim.
Sorry, Xavier. Sorry. Yeah. And what you do is you run this thread all the way through the book, and you tell the story. So what you do is you keep coming back and relating back to that. Tell us why you've done that and the story that you're trying to tell with that.
Well, I coined the phrase in the book, sapient computational intelligence, Sci. Actually made a play on it with sci-fi in the book because of the AI aspect to this evolving humanoid. We wanted to give him a name, him or her. We chose to refer to him as him. Don't want to offend, but we chose to go that route, and we made it clear.
I make a joke about that in the book.
Dean does make a joke about
it. We can't call him non-binary because he is.
That's the joke.
Yeah,
that's the joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom, boom.
So Xavier came about as a way of explaining how this Psi could take a form that would serve many purposes, hopefully for good, if steered in the right direction.
Indeed.
And we wanted to tell the story of how he might be positioned into society, into industry in the future. And I hope we did that. Xavier could be humanity's savior, we say in the book. So that's why Xavier was created, to tell a story of how this sapient computational intelligence,
how it should be developed. We wanted to create a template of how it should be developed, a blueprint of how. I mean, the thing is, let's face the reality. At some point, someone in the future is going to develop this. We won't see it in our lifetime, and I dare say we won't see it in our children's lifetime. But at some point, someone's going to create a. I have to be careful with sentient, because sentience is multifaceted. So I think there are 3 levels of sentience. Well, no, there are 3 factors of what is understood to be sentient. So sentience is just the raw ability to touch and sense, heat, smell, sight, and so on. That's the raw sentient. But then with humans, we do have this ability to touch and whatnot. But we also have an awareness.
That's
another level.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to explain. So the awareness. So when we touch a surface and it's hot, we're aware that it's hot and why it's hot. But consciousness allows us to interpret these other things in many ways. I mean, for example, I think we talked about this the other day. When if we're on the beach in, say, Spain, and we're drinking a Rioja, and we taste that Rioja, and it reminds us of something, and it reminds us of an experience. Say we're in Mexico.
I remember this particular wine. It takes me back to the days when we were in so
and so what happens is,
so
our consciousness, what it does is it develops an instantiation, a little bubble of a memory, and that memory it just floats in mind about that experience we had on the beach in Mexico when we had that particular wine. That's called qualia.
Yeah, it's bringing everything together, isn't it? And
so there's the sentience and the awareness and the consciousness.
there has to be an awareness and a sense of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Can I stop you for a second, because it cut out?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Dean said there's sentience, there's awareness, and there's consciousness, and it cut out.
And when all those three things come together, Tim, it's qualia, because it's
actually, let me just break that down.
Do it quickly though, otherwise we'll cut out again.
So I break it down. If I'm repeating myself, just let me know. Sentience is the ability to experience raw sensations: touch, smell, sight, hearing, and so on. The basic five senses. The awareness is, we are hearing, we're aware we're hearing, and we're aware we're seeing, we're aware we're touching, and so on. We're aware of heat and all that kind of stuff. But consciousness allows us to understand what's going on. But also it might allow us to instantiate moments or memories when, for example, we are drinking a particular Rioja, say in a particular restaurant, which reminds us of an experience we had in, say, Mexico.
It's the taste of the same wine, the smell of the wine, and it brings back memories, as we say.
Yeah, and it instantiates that little bubble, that memory. To bring up that in Xavier, huge undertaking. And
sorry about this. We keep losing connectivity. But yes, I hope you got what qualia is, because I know that you've only got 20 minutes, Tim, so we don't want to take up all the time on that.
So in the last 2 minutes, tell us about the future. Tell us about, get your whatever it is that you do to look into the future, and tell us about the future.
Okay, I'm gonna cut to the chase. Nothing's gonna happen. We're not gonna see these robots on the road just charging around. They ain't gonna happen. We're not gonna see it. We see the Telsa thing, and we have that robot walking around, looking like he's desperate to go to the toilet, and he's able to hold up an egg and move it from one place to another. Well, whoop-de-friggity-doo. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you have the Boston Dynamics, I think, they dressed them up in a bloody dog clothes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
What?
From my perspective, though, I think to actually see a Xavier of sorts walking around, yes, Dean's right. Will it happen? It could happen. It's an awful long time away.
Yeah.
But I do see an evolution of what is happening now with assistive technology. And that will continue to evolve in the future. We'll see it on the fields. We'll see a lot more autonomous vehicles on the fields. We'll see a lot more use of digital twins in all sorts of industry applications, from space through to medicine, through to design, through to education, hypothesis, diagnosis in particular, and building, as you saw the other day, Tim, understanding surgery from a nano perspective, going right inside the body through these sensors that actually have sentience, can travel, can record and send data back is enormously exciting for the for industry overall and for humanity overall. So that's my take on where we're heading now and where we might be heading.
Yeah, but for the doom and gloom and the whole world coming to the end, well, if Putin has his way, that will probably happen anytime soon. But as for the robots and whatnot, ain't going to happen anytime soon.
Dean and Sarah-Jayne, thank you so much for coming on and talking about your new book, Playing God with Artificial Intelligence. Where could I get a copy of this?
You can get it on Amazon worldwide. Just go to your Amazon store of choice and you can order it there. It's in paperback. You can also order it for Kindle, and if you download the Kindle app, even if you don't have a Kindle, you can read it on any device. So we're so grateful for you having us on, Tim.
You're welcome. You're welcome, of course. As soon as I knew that you were getting a book out, I wanted you to come on and talk about it and help me promote it. As an author, I owe it to other authors to help support them.
We're looking forward to reading your next book, Tim.
It'll be a little while yet, but
okay, we'll look out for it. We'll look out for it.
Just to let you know, the book now is registered as a lethal weapon in the UK.
It's quite a chunk. It is quite a chunk.
Where can people find you?
People can find us at the addresses we've given. Probably best to connect via LinkedIn. We're always there. Or on our blogs, they can message on our blogs, or they can, I don't know if you can say tweet us now. They can post us.
I don't know whether it's. I think it's a. Is it a post or something or something? Thanks very much.